What's going on with everybody? My name is Justice Over Brutality, King J.O.B, J.O.B, and yo, this is my interview. And I'm so happy to announce my debut album, The Book of J.O.B, and I'm so happy everybody likes it, so I'm here to talk about it, you know? I'm from Niagara Falls, New York, born and raised. My father is from Arlington, Georgia. A lot of y'all who from Atlanta, Georgia, Albany, Georgia, Edison, Georgia, Blakely, Georgia, Macon, Georgia, which is 2 hours away from Arlington, Georgia. A lot of y'all who from those places, you know what I'm saying? You're familiar about where Arlington is, so, you know what I'm saying? That's where my pops is from. He moved, when he got old enough, he moved from Georgia and moved to Leesburg, Florida, Jacksonville, Florida, and he stayed there for a while. That's where he had my brother. And my brother still stays there. He still stays in the heart of Jacksonville, Florida. Then he left there and came with a bunch of his friends to move to Niagara Falls, New York. That's where he met my mom and had me. And he was a farm worker, so he used to pay bills by, you know what I'm saying, by working on the farm and picking apples and stuff like that, because he ain't had the best education, but, you know, I'm grateful for everything like that, because my dad really did the best he could, so, you know, I can't complain. You know, we grew up, we were one of those families that went to church every Sunday. So we would go to church, just, you know what I'm saying, Bible study, choir rehearsal and all that. We went to Upper Room Fellowship Ministries over on Hyde Park Boulevard in Niagara Falls, New York. And, you know, that's where I learned to really appreciate and love gospel music. I'm not a gospel artist, but anybody out there who was brought up in the church, you know, that type of music is just always going to be in you. It'll never leave you. So that's why when you hear my rap, when you hear me rap, and when you hear me, like, you know what I'm saying, perform or whatever like that, you're going to always hear a little bit of, like, you know what I'm saying, a little bit of gospel, you know, style in me, because it's just always going to be in me. My pops used to always play Kirk Franklin, James Cleveland, Reverend James Moore, Fred Hammond, and Commission, Dietrich Hatton, oh man, I can go back, the Mighty Clouds of Joy, Soul Stirrers, Mahalia Jackson, Reverend James Moore, the Hawkins, the Winans, you know, just stuff like that, just really, you know what I'm saying, just helped me, you know, just really built me up, you know what I'm saying, so I appreciate all that type of music. My pops used to tell us, like, we could only listen to gospel music or Michael Jackson. So that's why I'm in love with Michael Jackson to this day, you know what I'm saying? That just goes to show you just how big Michael Jackson really is, you know what I'm saying? Just his message was always pure. So I'm always gonna have gospel music, you know what I'm saying, inside of me, and, you know what I'm saying, bits and pieces of, you know what I'm saying, Michael Jackson's integrity as well. I didn't hear my first rap song until I turned 16, 15 years old. I heard Tupac's Dear Mama, and that changed my life. You know what I'm saying? Dear Mama was just dope. Dear Mama was just everything. So I wanted to make people feel like that. So that's when I started to get into music. So anyway, I started to fast forward to now. I started to get sold all these fake ass beats from a lot of weird producers, a lot of weirdos, doing music with dudes who was stealing my phone and hacking my email and using my information and stuff like that. So I said, you know what, I'm gonna just block out everybody and just, like, not work with anyone for a while and just really lock in and learn how to produce myself and record myself and make my own music. And that's where, you know what I'm saying, the Book of J.O.B came. And I really appreciate a lot of the love I've been getting from it, for real. Songs like Heal the World really means a lot to me. Followers, you know what I'm saying, I See What's Going On, like, a lot of these songs, you know what I'm saying, just really means a lot to me. God really helped me write most of these records, you know what I'm saying. I wanted to show that you can still keep it real and still keep it, I'm not a really big effect guy, you know what I'm saying, so I want to just be completely raw, keep every single mistake, you know what I'm saying, in this album. So, you know, shit, I was feeling so discouraged looking around, seeing everybody else, they was dropping, but I just wanted to drop something that, you know what I'm saying, where, you know what I'm saying, the message was really there, you know what I'm saying. So, because I feel like that's what's missing in today's rap. You know, a lot of brothers don't lack integrity. A lot of brothers just, you know, they do what the record companies tell them to do, which is probably diss this dude over here, you know, whatever. And if you notice, like, it's just weird how, you know, these are the same people saying we need to have peace in the community, but where's all of this peace talk when brothers is killing each other and, you know, so many companies is profiting and making money, you know what I'm saying? So I wanted to just, you know what I'm saying, keep it real, you know, just keep it real with this album. And that's why I got, you know, I feel like one of the realest lines all year was when I said in Followers, when I said, Used to be afraid that I won't live long. Shot by a nigga high just off on his own. Look what they did to Fred Hampton, Malcolm, Martin Luther. You bitch if you don't think the government's the real shooter. Cops laugh and smiling while they carrying bags. And they wonder why we hate police, don't respect the flag. J. Edgar Hoover used to fucking bug Hollywood. That's why all you see is cop movies in the hood. Niggas glorifying snitching. I want the kids to listen. You ain't got to sell out just to make a living. See, when I'm saying stuff like that, I'm not dissing like actors and stuff like that do like, you know, police movies in the hood. I'm just saying like when J. Edgar Hoover he had his foot, you know what I'm saying, on Hollywood's neck for years. He knew all their dirty secrets, and he had bugged, you know what I'm saying, just in the entire Hollywood, listening to all their conversations, all those rooms that, you know what I'm saying, you wish you were into. He was eavesdropping on them. So, and then he used that as like, hey, if you guys, I want you guys to use your studio equipment here, use your platform to show the world that policemen are good people, to show the world that they shouldn't be afraid of the government officials. The criminals are the ones that are the bad guys. The ones who we're arresting, these are the bad people. And if you don't do that, I'm gonna expose all these secrets. So that's why, if you notice, you know what I'm saying, during his reign, we started to see a lot of police movies and a lot of movies like that showing policemen in a very good light and showing brothers who are down by the wayside struggling as just, you know, bullshit criminals. And unfortunately, you know what I'm saying, it's still like that today. I'm not saying I might not do that one day. I might not do a movie, you know what I'm saying, or something like that, but I just wanted to everybody to know, like, you know, J. Edgar Hoover didn't just only destroy, you know what I'm saying, black people, but, you know, he really had a hand on, you know what I'm saying, a lot more other things, you know. And I feel like that's just what I wanted to, you know what I'm saying, just teach people, and really, you know, not really teach, but really show them in my music, you know, just, excuse me, you know what I'm saying, stuff that they, you know what I'm saying, I feel like they should know about. And that's why I feel like, you know, the Book of J.O.B is just the best rap album to me in like the past 5 years. You know what I'm saying? I felt the industry stop, you know what I'm saying, when my album dropped. Like, you know, new categories being made, you know what I'm saying? I know I had the best album, cover, everything, you know. Black father holding his black son. My dad was a single father. He stood there and took care of us. He wasn't a material dude. He never taught us to love and hang on to material. He taught us to respect one another, love one another. And I really, you know what I'm saying, I took that serious, you know what I'm saying? So, you know, I don't care what people say about me, you know what I'm saying? I was always made fun of as a kid. I went to Niagara Falls High School, Maple Avenue School. I was always made fun of. I was always the last one to be picked on anything, you know what I'm saying? I was always the one being goofed at. I was never given an opportunity, a chance. So that's why this album means so much to me. Book of J.O.B is out here, you know what I'm saying? Hit up my merch. I'm gonna have my merch joint at the bottom, you know what I'm saying? I have hoodies, I got t-shirts available, cups, bags, and all that, you know what I'm saying? I appreciate all the support. Howdy, man. All my people out there, yeah, we gonna keep this shit going, you know what I'm saying? For the people, you know what I'm saying? We out of this motherfucker, you know what I'm saying?